10 strictly haram things in Islam that Muslims didn't know about. 1. Music. This is a long debate. We must have seen that some of scholars are calling it halal while others are calling it haram. Abu Huraira reported Allah's messenger as saying, "The bell is the musical instrument of the Satan." Sahih Muslim 21:14-2. Drinking alcohol and gambling. Drinking and gambling are one of the greatest sins in Islam. Allah and His Prophet, PBUH, have prohibited us from drinking alcohol. In Quran, this is written, "O you who have believed, do not approach prayer while you are intoxicated." Quran 4:43. 3. Hitting oneself or the other. If you are hitting yourself, such as your face or chest, in grief or anything, or hitting any other person, your child or any other Muslim brother, is strictly haram. In Quran, it is stated, killing does not mean taking life only. It also means to hurt anyone. 4. Eating or earning interest. Riba, interest, is never allowed in Islam because it is a system that makes poor the poorest and rich the richest. From Abdallah ibn Hanzala, the Prophet, peace be on him, said, "A dirham of riba which a man receives knowingly is worse than committing adultery 36 times. Mishkat al-Masabi, Kitab al-Buyu, Bab al-Riba, on the authority of Ahmad and Daraqutni. 5. Men wearing silk and gold. Silk and gold are haram on men. Because these two things are attributed to women only, Islam prohibits men from being like women and women from being like men. Like they then for Allah, a creature who is brought up in adornments, wearing silk and gold ornaments, i.e. women, and who in dispute cannot make herself clear. 6. Backbiting. Backbiting is considered as a major sin in Islam. As mentioned in the Quranic verse earlier, it is a matter that Allah takes very seriously. Those who engage in backbiting will be held accountable for their words and actions. 6. Slaughtering animal without Allah's name. Even if a Muslim is slaughtering an animal without saying Allah's name, Bismillah Allahu Akbar, it will become haram. A person should say, Bismillah Allahu Akbar, during the slaughtering of the animal to keep it halal. Eat not, O believers, of that meat on which Allah's name has not been pronounced at the time of the slaughtering of the animal, for sure it is fisk, a sin and disobedience of Allah. Al-An'am 6:121. 8. Tattoos. Tattoos are strictly prohibited in Islam. The Prophet said, Allah has cursed the lady who artificially lengthens her or someone else's hair, and the one who gets her hair lengthened, and the one who tattoos herself or someone else, and the one who gets herself tattooed. 9. Suicide. In this era, we often see people committing suicide, especially young people who are already into it. A few days back, we talked about depression cures taught by Ali, R.A. Allah tests His people in different ways. We should not try to skip this part. He who commits suicide by throttling shall keep on throttling himself in the hellfire forever. And he who commits suicide by stabbing himself shall keep on stabbing himself in the hellfire. Bukhari, Janaiz 84. 10. Forcing your wife. Forcing your spouse is one of the biggest sins you will ever commit. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, has taught us to be very friendly with your wife, even stated that make her your best friend. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "The best of you are those who are the best to their wives, and I am the best of you to my wives." Narrated by Al-Tirmidhi, 3895. Ibn Majah, 1977. Classed as Sahih by Al-Albani in Sahih al-Tirmidhi.